Hi, my loves. Hello, how are you? I just feel like, I want to fix something really quick. Will you wait for me? I'll let you see my entire new moon looks. Here we go. Just want to move things just a kitty whisker. Here we go. Here we go. Kitty whiskers are my favorite thing to chat about. That's a little bit better. I feel like you deserve the peace and calm of not having to look at all the racket of my home. Hi, my darling loves. How are you? I'm just going to be setting up a little bit. I see that I don't have a muted mic. Growth much. I'm just going to make a tiny adjustment. You know, this situation happens in the sacred cave of my home. Very active place with 2 teenagers. And just like my childhood home, like you saw in the Young Freak Challenge, from our fabulous and divine Edgar Fabian Frias, my childhood home, we used literally every square inch of that home in layers. There was 9 of us, mama and pops and all 9 of us kids. And in this house, oh man, we take this 3-bedroom house and we work it. It's alive. It's alive. And like a really good fairy garden, it doesn't want things neat and perfect. So I have my white halo about me to give myself some light and a happy screen so I can still function. And I got to get my Libra balance here. There we go. I feel good. And you can see part of our spell element today. My loves, we need to get right into it and give a humongous roof check for the new moon. Let's stretch out in the cave today a little bit and let's feel ourselves today. This is a really, really physical spell that we're casting today, and I'm so glad you're here. I'll take a peek and I'll see who's with us just as soon as I do, like I always do. And you're welcome to do the same. And I want to show you something special. Happy Gemini season. The twins have gifted us a double match today. I love this. These are the matches that were gifted to me from fabulous Teresa. Teresa, thank you so much for the candles and the matches to adorn our coven's magical works with. So, darling loves, let us strike this match of the Gemini twins. There we go. And light this candle to alert our spirit guides that we're here, we're open, we're listening, and we're ready to receive the messages that are meant for us. Oh, and a double match is needed because this dressed candle is giving us a little pushback, isn't it? There we go. We'll cleanse the feet as well. Persistent. This is our dressed candle from last week that I've been utilizing for my Hecate spells all week long. And it's dressed with Whorehound and Cinquefoil. Remember, Cinquefoil is the witch fingers. Cinq is 5 in French. And it's an all-purpose, beautiful herb. It's burning bright and gorgeous for us now. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Don't you worry about that scorchy stuff, okay, honeys? And I have my very, very magical candle. For those of you that are subscribers to this candle, yes, you subscribe to the candle. You subscribe to the magic of Angela Mary Magic channel here. Oh, you're such sweethearts, and I'm so excited for the things that are happening here on my channel because of you. Every single video that I create, I have a dressed and blessed candle service for the collective, and those of you that are the pause inside the pause, the circle in the circle of those of you that are here with each other, with me and my family, as I'm there with all of you in our chat, and I'm here with my family and your family too. This candle service is so effective, powerful, very real in every single video. So thank you so much. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please just hit that subscribe button. And then there's a bell for notifications, because there's so much just bonkers stuff going on right now with my magical works, with this channel as well. And I don't want you to miss out on anything. Do you know? I don't want you to miss a thing. Like I say with bells, we sound the bell which activates our spell. So hit that notification bell. I had the most fabulous conversation this morning with Edgar about an offering that we're creating for the next new moon. So hold on to that. We're putting it in our brew. It's an aqueous nectar brew with many droplets, available for all of the mouths, the sweet lips, and the tongues. And we only know that it's around the dark moon, new moon for June, okay? So wish Edgar a happy birthday. I'll take a peek and I'll see who's here in the chat right now, but I just want to give a very special, magical blessing to Aventurine Hecate for being with me this week and providing so much magic in the cave. We remain in the cave, as it's always darkest before dawn. Now for this new moon, we hunker and we remain together. I always liked that feeling of being really late at the club, the last one awake at the sleepover. I love all of that cave stuff. And Hecate's been giving us so much this week. So let us look at the brew. This brew is so special. Faye and I made it yesterday because I'm in the throes, deep in the edit hole on two really special videos right now that are just down to their final fairy sparkles. But Faye and I created this using manzanilla and chili de arbol from Mexico that Jackie brought me back last year. And there's local honey and some cayenne. Look at how dark that new moon brew is. Oof, it's incredible. And you'll be able to witness this brew very soon. So you hold tight while I wet my whistle. Oh, so rich. There's actually like a bitter edge to this. We went for it. A big jar, all the manzanilla went in. So special. That's like a derivative of chamomile, like a Mexican chamomile. So nice. There's fresh ginger in that as well. So there's a spice and a bitterness to this that I love. Sometimes cooking with flowers, it has a bitterness to it because it's such a blossoms are beautiful to look at in many ways, but they have to really rip into life. They have to mean it. There's a violence almost to having the audacity to be in that bloom, that plumage. So the flavor, I think, is evocative of how that intensity of the bloom is. Like childbirth, it leaves a mark. And we'll be talking about that with our new moon spell today. So does everybody have something lovely to drink? Do that now. And if not, swallow your spit. Like my mama used to say when we were thirsty, swallow your spit. I'm going to take a peek and see who's with us today. I see you actively chatting with one another, and it makes me so happy. I just love how kind you are to one another. I'm still yet to figure out on this machine how to pin a comment. Is there any YouTube queens over here that know how to pin a comment on a live stream? I really wish I knew how to do that. I just saw Edgar's name. Hi, honey. I saw Ever's name too. I love you so much. So many fabulous things are happening. Oh, hi, Abby Lynn, sweetheart, love, Edgar. It's so good to see you. Oh, and I'm seeing here it says, does it say Boo ice cream? Can someone help me? Oh, Boo ate cream, boob ice cream. Did you make me do that? Did you make me really drag out how to talk about the miraculous nectar that flows from my body? I like it. I'm here for it. Hello. Heart to you too, boob ice cream. Hi, Jenna. It's good to see you. Where in the wild world is everyone? Hi, MJ. I just love you so much. Thank you for being here. Hi, Chloe Ann. The Immaterial Garden's here. I'm going to do announcements as they come up. I'm saying hi and I'm passing the baton. Nee is my beautiful love who's up in the Pacific Northwest Seattle area, and they create the Immaterial Garden Primordial Flowers Tarot. And we became acquainted literally days after my prosthetic hip implant in December 2019. They created a fabulous offering called the Arcana Brick Road. And I, like I'm known to do, said, pick me. And I hit up Freedom of Sacred Mirrors. And if I've got that wrong, Nee, please correct me. Freedom passed the tarot torch to me, and I got to embody the Hierophant. The Hierophant is how I say it. And that was because of Nee's beautiful divine offering. Well, they've got another offering tonight. They're hosting their very first YouTube casual chat. It's not going to be the Q&A tarot stuff. They're going to host a casual chat. So Nee, I'm excited about that. And if I'm out of my editing hole, I'm going to be there for that, cutie. I love the space that you hold. You're a doll. Hi, Aventurine Forest. Is it okay if I call you Renee here on our live? I hope so. Aw. Okay, cuties, I see you chatting with one another. Hello, Danae. How are you doing? Are you Dina or Danae? I call you Dina in my mind, but I think I'm giving fancy names to everyone in the cave today. I'm that witch at the sleepover. Dina, I love your tarot practice. Thank you so much. I think what I'll do is I'll link you and your Instagram account in the description. I'm less consistent with giving daily card pulls, and I love and admire your practice. It's beautiful. So thank you, Dina. I'm going to call you Danae as well. Okay, cutie? All right, honey. Hi, Elaine. It's good to see you. Hi, Sydney. It's good to see you. I'm glowing. Thank you. I'm so full of positive energy today. And a lot of it has to do with the cosmic fire. I had a conversation with Phoenix and Kairos, and I will be featuring them hugely in the description of this video. I hope I have it all done by nightfall tonight, because there's going to be so much to mention today. I am so lucky to be their guest today for the new moon on the Cosmic Fire podcast. Phoenix and Kairos are incredible. Sometimes you see Tatiana Sakurai here in our Worldwide Coven, and they are the creatrix of the beautiful psychic weather report, which is fabulous. I do hear something ringing. Oh my goodness, my child's school has the audacity to call during our witchcraft broadcast. I mean, come on, simmer down out there, Muggle world. So Tatiana, I fell in love with at first sight. And I do what I do. I just pester. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I can't stop. I felt the same way about Nee and Freedom with the Arcana Brick Road. I feel my feelings and I go towards them. Today, a lot of those feelings are just sort of blooming. And that, like I said, with that tartness, that almost bitterness of this blossom, there's an intensity to that feeling. And when we initiate new ideas, for me, that doesn't always come in a soft focus. I have big bursts of energy, and today's one of them. So the Cosmic Fire podcast is beautiful. I was listening to it right before I popped on, and it's just, I respect and love them so much, but they turned it on me and they gave me so much love and respect that it was like, love fest. We got some shit done too. We talked about what's going on with this retrograde fest this summer. Kairos is an incredible astrologer, And Phoenix is a light worker and a very seasoned space holder. They're amazing. I love them so much. And if you love the F word, you are going to love our conversation. So let's keep scrolling and saying hello to folks. Oh, I'm going to see Boob Ice Cream is talking. You have been hoop dancing all day, feeling the fresh energy. I love that your name's Boob Ice Cream. Am I wrong? Is that what it really says? I do wear some vision here, enhancement with glasses. So if I got Boob Ice Cream wrong, I'm excited. It reminds me of the very first Uber ride that my child had. We had a special situation back when my daughter used to dance ballet, and the boys dropped us off on picture day at the studio where they were dancing, because I love to volunteer and help out, and I wanted to be delivered there. It was a day where I was having trouble walking, and when you're around a bunch of ballerinas, oh goodness, they're just doing the splits all over. They're leaping and dancing. It's a place for folks that can walk very assuredly and stop while walking assuredly, which was not my brand back then. Okay. So we got a ride, and the boys, my sweetheart and son, Ubered home and Ubered back to collect us. And they got a ride from someone who had just moved to America like the week before. And they were explaining what their name was. And they kept saying, Maboob, Maboob. And then they showed their name tag, their identification for the Uber. And I love this name, Maboob. Oh, you want to tickle a young man. They were so excited for their first Uber drive. And then they had their Uber driver was named Maboob. It was just, nothing could be better than that. So Boob Ice Cream, a boob. I'm just loving that it's Boob Day. I pulled out that double matchstick with the double, and I was thinking about all the twins in life. We're just so lucky to have these double delights in our life, aren't we? Okay, sweethearts. Hi, Sunflower Crown. It's good to see you up in Idaho. Hi, Alexandra. Hi, Nikki. Lots of folks with us today. Hi, Kelleblin. It's good to see you. Oh, Claire, hello, hello. It's good to see you all. I really don't want to miss out on naming and claiming anyone. Jessica's here. Hello, Angel, sending you so much love. Good. Okay, hi, Sunstar. Hi, sweetheart. It's good to see you. And hi, Heather. It's wonderful to see you, sweetie. Hi, Nicole. It's good to see you in your ocean forest, sweetheart. Love you. I'm seeing Andrea Lynn, and then I'm seeing, hi, Love Juliet. Everyone, we have a very magical person in our chat today, and it's the exquisite Juliet Diaz, who is the writer of a really awesome book called Witchery. Do you know it? You must. I will deeply, deeply dedicate a chunk in my description. My description is going to be quite the tome in our dark cave today. Oh, don't we love a witch's cave with magical texts all around us? Thank you, Juliet, for everything you do. Juliet's got an active Patreon and a delicious YouTube channel that I see sprouting some magical offerings. There's some gorgeous, glorious microbial offerings over there. I'm feeling like there's mushrooms sprouting in the forest, in the darkness of the forest, in this special time where those of us that are ready to dislodge and dismantle, as the fabulous Aaliyah Walston says. Oh my goodness, the Young Freak Challenge is going off right now. Is everyone participating in Edgar's Young Freak Challenge? You must. And Juliet, if you're not acquainted with my precious Edgar Fabian Frias, you must be in contact with one another. I will have all of this stuff linked in my description so you can easily just click and follow one another on Instagram. Juliet, your practice is spectacular. And everyone, Juliet was wonderfully featured in The Atlantic recently, talking about their candle service that they create, their work in decolonizing spaces, in their beautiful indigenous body and practice is just amazing. Juliet's a plant mom and a very powerful witch. It's wonderful to have you here today with everyone else. And I'm so happy everyone's welcoming you so wonderfully. We are each other. As Edgar says, your success is my success. My success is your success. We ascend together. From Dina's everyday tarot pick a card to Juliet's fabulous article in The Atlantic and their very active Patreon. It's all of our success. So, darling loves, you've got so much fabulous, gorgeous nourishment at this feast of a table today. Please do go over and give a rating to the Cosmic Fire podcast. I admire Kairos and Phoenix's practices so much, and they're just amazing alien beings that do so much good in the world. Has anybody else popped on? Hi, Jordan and Carson. I love you, baby toes. It's good to see you. Hi, Elizabeth. It's fabulous to see you. Honeys, here we go. Let's dive in. We have a poetry selection. That takes my breath away. For my 15-year-old son chose it for us. And I find it so epically important that I believe our potion will hone and tone our practice now. Because this wild tongue, speaking these magic words selected by my Libra son, the air is just swirling, and I need that ancestral magic potion by Edgar Fabian Frias. This is their rainbow vision, and they gave this to me at Desert Days Festival last year while music was flowing through the air and so much magic in the wonderful Madre Jaguar's Mystic Bazaar. So Edgar, I love you. I consume this work and provide medicine to my magic tongue, to my wild tongue for us. Be here now. I changed locations again, and I'm sorry I don't have everything set up, but sorry, not sorry, I'm banging my mic around. Oh, my edit hole is just sensuously birthing the coolest 2 videos right now. They got so much better even since we chatted, Edgar. Darling loves, I give you, what do women want? I want a red dress. I want it flimsy and cheap. I want it too tight. I want to wear it until someone tears it off me. I want it sleeveless and backless, this dress, so no one has to guess what's underneath. I want to walk down the street past Thrifties and the hardware store. With all those keys glittering in the window, I want to walk like I'm the only woman on earth and I can have my pick. I want that red dress bad. I want it to confirm your worst fears about me, to show you how little I care about you or anything except what I want. When I find it, I'll pull that garment from its hanger like I'm choosing a body to carry me into this world through the birth cries and the love cries too. And I'll wear it like bones, like skin. It'll be the goddamn dress they bury me in. Thank you, Kim Adonisio. Oh, thank you, Boon La Bounty. That was exquisite. I am moved. And I am also a witch that is shy 3 candles. So, baby loves, I am going to beckon and see if my children are listening right now. Faye, I am missing 3 tea lights from the Divine Teresa. Would you mind grabbing me 3 tea lights?
I'll get them.
Thank you, honey love. Faye has some really fabulous French braids in their hair. And if they allow me to show you, I will right now, okay? We'll be calling in the directions. All of these magical works will be done between worlds today. For and with and from Hecate. Thank you, baby. Can I show your braids? Do you mind? Turn around.
They're kind of
Closer to
messy.
me. Isn't that good? Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you so much. Enter your body and face the north any way that your fabulous body is able. And commune with your body, with the direction of north, with the element of earth. Our home, our bones, our framework, our plans. We honor our plans and their ability to change. We honor that outline. We honor our ability to be in our. Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the north, earth. Be here now. We turn now to the east. That element of air. Air brought us together. Air is this wild and free channel. Air is this goddamn red dress poem. Air is music. Air is our ability to divine our psychicness. You're psychic. Hail to the guardian of the watchtowers of the east air. Be here now. Becloak yourself in Venus's fire and turn to the south, the element of fire, your passion, your survival, your surthrival, your belly laughs, your flickering tongue, your rattle, your scars, your serpent sex, your asexual knowing, your queerness, your radical love. Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the South fire. Be here now. We turn now to the west, the element of water, life itself, blood magic that pumps from the south to the west with that ancestral thrumming, waves undulating, emotions relentlessly existing, moving us and driving us, carving us, reminding us that we are shapeshifters in an aqueous form. Our oceans of emotions tell us so. Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the West water. Be here now. We spiral into the center of our altar now with these two found crow feathers, one in my front garden and one in my back. I see you, Spirit. You see me, Spirit. I am you and you are me. Guardians of the watchtowers of the mysteries, the center of our altar. In all the ways that you show up, in all the ways that we show up, please be here now. My loves, we have the exquisite honor now of being between worlds. Set your intention now. A core of everything I do is a love letter, each and every moment, to my beautiful teenagers, Faye and Boone. This work is here for them forever, whenever they need it, long after they bury my bones. So our sacred crow feathers have joined forces with the leggy teenagers of the sacred seeds that I received from the fabulous Madre Jaguar. Wow, isn't this wonderful? Oh, I feel Madre Jaguar approving of this placement, this sacred placement. Didn't I melt this feather just now with our subscriber candle? Look how we change each other. Look how nature changes us. Look how we scar each other. Look how we exist and mark each other in that existence. My son Boone and I were talking about the trauma of branding today, as if we can say, this is who I am and it's recognizable. How dare I do that to myself? Stating very harmfully to myself that I have to be that thing and track back to that static thing. I am nature. Latham Thomas reminded us so in our full moon ritual, that nature is change. I'm going to repost that in my stories today because I quoted Latham beautifully, and Edgar spun that into something gorgeous. It was a beautiful cosmic goddess message. And Edgar, if you're still here, honey, would you remind us what you said about goddess's change? It was so exquisite. Latham Thomas is Glow Maven on Instagram, and their full moon enactment from the wonderful Many Moons Lunar Planner 2020 that I have the wonderful honor of being the witch that's casting our Halloween spell in, and Edgar kicked our year off with their beautiful hydromancy spell in January. They spoke so wisely in sort of divining the wildness and the potentiality of 2020. So thank you for that, Edgar. Latham picked it up beautifully, talking about the astrology of this year. And I'm just loving that every moment is a seed that we sort of share in an intellect with the soil. It's separate intellects that are feeding off other intellects, that are tendrils, that are spirals, that wildly move out. They aren't in a cross pattern that marks things and brands things. They unfurl to available nourishment and light. So let's keep it wild today. I'm feeling us. I'm feeling this work so deeply today. I want to make sure that I shared with you all the things that I wanted to, and I have a couple little notes on my phone, and I just want to make sure that I've got it together here, honeys, because I try to be a little bit organized, but I also love the alchemy of wild. So let's just see. The main thing I really needed to do was to share that I will have the Cosmic Fire podcast link in my bio by the end of the day today as well. That's really super important that you got that teaser, that you've got some wild tongue beings to share your next dark moon and new moon with for our radical offering from Edgar Fabian Frias and I teaming up together for and with you. It will be a co-created space where you will be able to be seen if that's what you choose. And moving forward, I'm just bubbling and bursting with excitement to tell you, please save the date for next Friday, which is May 29th. We are gathering wonderfully with the Commons Web. You know that I adore the Commons so much, and those wild witches that are doing some incredible liberation work are creating a gathering called the Witches Cabaret. And I'm honored to create a piece for the Witches Cabaret that I'm just putting those final flourishes on. And it's my deadline today. So I'm really excited to have the broadcast happening while I have those last bits of voice that I'm putting to this with my wild tongue. And I would love for you to be present for the Witches Cabaret. The theme is casting into the unknown, which I love, and it's perfect for our new moon right now because our spell today is for creating new possibilities. It's for creating new you with intention. So take the time now to feel into your intention, and this is part of our spell element here, which is a little teaser, and I'll show you in just a moment. I believe we're getting ready to create our Tarotscopes now, honeys. Tarotscopes are really special to me. I love them. I've been having a blast utilizing my friend Sarah's gorgeous deck, the Prism Tarot. This I gifted to Faye for our winter solstice, which is really fun. Our family holds the light. We sleep together with our heads towards each other, doing an all-night dream time hold the light spell, which we've done literally their entire lives. It's a really magical night for us. We have a midnight feast. I gifted this deck to them, which was part of a Kickstarter that they just received, and Faye is letting me use their deck for our tarot today, which I'm really excited about. We will start with the Hecate Key of 3, which I'm so happy. The work that's been flowing through me lately And I understand. I love altered states too, and I want them back too, honey. And a lot of my commons offering is like my altered states, where there's a spell in a short form that has music and voice in an ASMR style for all of you all. I understand when all of that started flooding forth from me in 2017 and 2018 that I get it. People get attached to offerings. Well, right now it's these tarot spreads. They're sort of pierced my heart, and they're flowing like milk out of my body, off of my breasts, into all the open mouths. I'm loving it so much. So this is the Hecate Key of 3. We'll start with our collective reading, and then we'll go straight into our Tarotscopes. Let me shuffle some more just for a second here. All right, cuties. I'm not great at shuffling rectangles. You can imagine that, you know, I'm having my very first moon year. I am a life card, or life number 9, which makes me a life card hermit, which I rewild into crone. So I am the crone archetype in tarot. And this is my very first moon year at the fabulous full-time witch whom I adore so much, Erin Aquarian, and just like, spoiler, maybe they're going to do the commons Witches Cabaret too. The Commons haven't officially said everybody that's going to be in it, but let's just say that you're a witch that's going to be doing the Witches Cabaret, and you're in this chat right now. You can raise your hand if you want to. I'm not going to out you, but you can out yourself if you happen to be one of the witches doing the Witches Cabaret. I am so excited to know that this is my first moon year. And when I rolled into it going, my first moon year, which started in October, I'm an October witch, October 14th, which I'm like low key, like so excited to be an October witch. I like almost feel guilty about it because it's so special to be an October witch. Anyways, I love all the witches. When I knew it was an Emperor year coming in, I knew that rectangular tarot was coming in because I've been reading round tarot my whole entire tarot career, all these few decades. And so this is how it came in with the Prism Tarot, which is no guidebook and 1 or 2 keywords per card. So we're shuffling, and then I will tilt this down so you can witness me authentically breaking the deck with my left hand. I'll show you the crystal that's been honing and toning. Look at those fairy wings. That baby's breath that's within this fairy crystal. Isn't she absolutely exquisite? And here we'll break this into 3, and with my left hand, back into 1. I love for you to see that authenticity. There we go, honeys. I'm just setting it up. Wonderful. Okay, good. So my Hecate Key of 3 is specifically for our dark moon and new moon. And I have a feeling it's going to stick around for a while because, oh, Hecate, come to me. Aren't they fabulous with my lip gloss on? Hecate and I are having so much fun fucking shit up. And so I will go to my Hecate Key of 3 and describe to you in my very own words, because I do like to quote myself properly occasionally, not always. I'm not real attached to that. Word bank is my favorite bank. I say let it flow. The Hecate Key of 3 begins with card 1, which is a key spell element that is needed upon your altar, your new moon altar. I said here, what is a simple spell element to comfort you in your cozy inner space? I've even developed language past inner space into multi-space. Timelines are just melding and moving, and multi-space is kind of pulled me into this cushioned wormhole. I'm having such a blast with inner space developing and blooming and rewilding into multi-space. Consecrate and concentrate on utilizing elements you have on hand. Allow this card to trigger your deepest knowing of the spell element ally that's offering you their medicine. Here we go. We have the reversed, oh my goodness, I just got tricked. I have to show you what happened. These cards stuck together. It was the reversed Fool, and then the Fool said, heh. We're so hooked on the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror every single day at lunch in this household right now that I have to that. Fabulous floating elements. The grab bag. I would like you to put a few elements in a bag, and I'd like you to pull them out of a hat, just one at a time. Why don't you put 5 things in a magic grab bag for your new moon spells, and then pull them out one at a time. Say, North, come out, wherever you are, pick up an element and have it shock and surprise you. Only things you have on hand. And then work your way to east and south and west and spiral into the center for spirit. That's our message from the reversed magician. Love it. Absolutely gorgeous. Aren't these fun cards? I am so honored to be one of the witch contributors to Sarah's next deck that created the Prism Tarot. And I know if TK's here that they just got the Prism Tarot, which is so fabulous. They created Stories Oracle deck, and they created them using 50 common constellations and their myths. And each one of us were either gifted or given or divined one of those constellations to speak through and tell a story that only we could tell. And then the cards are gorgeous artwork from Sarah themselves. And so I told the story of Orion, and my keywords were expansion. And then if you pull that card reversed, and I don't know if any other witches or mystics from the tarot community that were invited or volunteered to utilize their knowledge and wisdom for this deck also had a reversal. I had a reversal keyword called escapism. So you can enjoy escapism if you pull that card reversed if you want to. It doesn't have to be naughty goose. Some of it can just be like a free fucking pass to get kinky. All right. So my loves, the Kickstarter is pushed over the top for the last 9 days of the Kickstarter. They're past 90% funded now. If you want to do something wonderful, go contribute a single dollar if you would like to the fabulous Kickstarter for Shop the Eighth House. I will, of course, link that in this video today. Our second card is a really deep dive. Is everyone ready? This is just a 3-card spread for the collective. Wet your whistle, would ya? And don't forget, this worldwide coven has a drinking game. And the drinking game is whenever we have cups that come up, which show up in this Prism Tarot as raindrops, we all got a drink. Are we ready for that? All right, I am not having an adult beverage today. And so this is in no way saying, it's that kind of party. It's even better. It's the beauty and power of witchcraft. So card 2 is an offering to nature. Draw a card that guides you to an enactment of humble service to nature. This is an essential element of this wisdom. Please be mindful to create an enactment through the embodiment of pleasure. This may bring up sensations of guilt, fear, or shame. If so, ground yourself deeper and sync up with your life force, which requires healthy optimism to thrive. Here's what's so important. It is important to create space and time to give from a joyful heart. This in no way bypasses the crucial need to look critically at our harsh realities of the ways we are harmful on earth. All of us are harmful on earth, and that needs to be looked at in this card, in this space. It's coming to the chamber of our heart where we're creating joyful enactments. This is a placement where we are creating pathways of nourishment for our exhausted limbic system. The limbic system is so important. It's a system in our brain that communicates pleasure, fear, shame, sex, orgasms. The limbic system is very active and constantly communicating, and they are exhausted now, and they need our joy and pleasure. And communing with nature is the perfect way to do that. Breathe deeply and be gentle with yourself here. If there is a continuous inner critic pestering you, usher them to the door. In the words of the brilliant Babette, in their beautiful spring cleaning ritual in the 2020 Many Moons Lunar Planner, tell them they do not have to go home, but they do need to get the fuck out your space. Oh my goodness, I love you so much, Babette. You're so amazing. I will, of course, link them in the bio. I will also link this Worldwide Coven's enactment of their ritual, which was at the beginning of the pandemic and so incredible. That was a direct quote from the book itself. Here's our card, which is our enactment to nature. Well, we got a sneak peek, and I don't know why I'm surprised. Here's the reversed Fool. Oh my goodness, we're so exhausted. We're trying to be so perfect. And we're taking all the fun out of the way we're worshiping nature. I would love for all of us to have a new moon bath tonight. If you have the privilege of being able to be outside in just your birthday suit, do that tonight. And if you don't, honey, go to the bathroom and strip yourself bare and orient yourself with any of the millions of fabulous apps that are out there. One of them's called Star Chart, which is a free app you can download. You'll always know where the moon is. The new moon sets very, very early. So if you need the moon to be in the sky for this, because of your mind telling you that, you best get on that early. But for me, I don't really need the moon to be in the sky to be worshiping. I love daytime witchcraft. So if you can't be outside, go to the bathroom, strip yourself bare, get your Star Chart app out, find the moon and face the moon. And be silly in your enactment. I suggest ecstasy. Bring yourself to a climactic pleasure any way you can, because the Fool said you're wringing the fun out of this thing. Simple foolishness is needed, that nature needs your pleasure to literally emit the chemistry of ecstasy and puff it out into the world. Repair your limbic system. You're no good to yourself and others if the stress has wrung all the pleasure from you. Restore in this dark cave. Hecate's orders. What fun. I don't know why I was so surprised to see the Fool when they showed up. They tried to take cuts in the front of the line in front of the Magician, and I just love how this is turning out. The third card is simple and glorious, and I'm so excited to share it with you now. Card 3. Toi. Notice the key words that fly at you. This is for liberation. These are winged wisdoms offering you the knowledge which will set you free. Liberation is at hand. Only after we lay our burdens down. The new moon is complicated and gorgeous and simple. It's so simple that it's complex because we're operating in the dark. We are no good to ourselves if we're carrying our burdens, and yet we have to acknowledge our burdens in order to lay those babies down. It's time to shed. It's time to let it bleed. It's time to let it ooze and let it spill. Dislodging the suffering and laying it down for the bullshit that it is to feed the soil. We plant mamas know that. We plant creatrixes, we plant goddesses know that. Priestesses, we know these things. We have to lay our burdens down at the new moon and then casually choose just one element to bring in with intention, that newness that we're bringing in. And we'll be doing that with our spell in just a minute. So here's our card. This is another reversal. This is the Ace of Lightning. It's called inspiration. Wow, are we ever exhausted? I'll show you this card upright, and you can screen grab it if you choose to, honey loves. This is the Ace of Lightning, which is basically the one or the Ace of Wands. Inspiration is lacking, babes. We're literally sort of screaming for it. I cannot tell you how wonderful it was to go to Edgar's Totally Portally the other night with my family. It's so important that we let it out. And one of the performances was someone that created a soft, sweet pillow service where we got to commune with our soft, sweet pillow as we loved ourselves. And then we screamed into that pillow all our torturous horrors. So I think for liberation to be at hand, we must actively lay our burdens down with a scream pillow. It needs to be seen and heard. And if your scream pillow is seen and heard on the internet, let her rip. This is about liberation. That's worth screaming about. And if you know that you need to keep this private, keep yourself safe, do that too, but let it out. You need to let it rip for the new moon so you can find that inspiration for your liberation. Wow, what fun. All right, cute hearts. We'll move on now with our Tarotscopes for all. I need another hit of my rainbow visions. Can I share with you what the ingredients are of this major fabulous Aquarius spell? Chamomile. I'll drink to that. Thank you, Edgar. Eucalyptus, rue, datura, which I love, chickweed, yucca, dolphin, Vogel. Does that say, oh, no. Does it say dolphin yodel? Dolphin yodel. Thank you, Edgar. Quartz crystal. A yes goddess. Oh, I can't read. Oh, yes. Band practice and ceremonies in both Los Angeles and Tulsa, Oklahoma, made under the new moon of September 28th, 2019. Oh, Edgar, I didn't remember this was made beneath the deeply dark and not even visible light of the new moon. Yes, goddess. And I rewiled these droplets to say, yes, goddess. Look at that dribbling down my chin. Thank you so much. I'm just going to use my sleeve in the cave. Remember, this is our sleepover. We can do whatever we want. Oh, that's so much fun. That felt good. It dribbled all the way down my neck. My neck is getting so much love these days. Isn't she gorgeous? We will be rewilding our bodies today. The folds of our bodies, the scars of our body, the stories of our bodies in our spell. So let's crack in on our Tarotscopes, shall we? I'm going to go classic, Angela, and I'm going to choose from the bottom, and we will travel upward as we bounce off the bottom of the cave tonight. So Pisces babies, here we go. This is your Tarotscope for the new moon. And happy birthday, Gemini. I love you so much. What fun. 8 of raindrops. Oh, you're going to love this so much. Everybody drink. Pisces, Gemini season, Tarotscope. Walk away. Boom. Aquarius, how are you? Nine of Clouds. That's the Nine of Swords in the classic tarot. Are you ready, cute hearts? Aquarius. Anxiety. I hold you in your anxiousness. Aquarius, guess what? I'm going to take off my glasses and I'm going to give you a special channeling. Aquarius, look deep in my eyes. Are you okay? When you look in my eyes, what floats to the top of your word bank? The channeling is to see in me what you see in yourself. The channeling is to be with the folds and be with the depth and the topography. Be with the shapes that your anxiety are creating. They're crying out for your attention. Don't run away. Don't be afraid. Move towards your anxiety and say, come here. Let me gather you and swaddle you with my love. Let me hold you and rock you and validate you. Don't run away. Be with me, says your anxiety. I'm cute. Look how cute your anxiety is. Will you please name your anxiety? Will you be with your anxiety all night tonight and tell them how adorable they are? Tell them how smart they are for how they're showing you where you need to be and where you don't need to be. That was lovely. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for that honor of channeling your message for you. Cappy, I'm going to make a big deal out of reading for you because sometimes I forget you and I don't mean to. I'm here now. Nine of Gems, abundance, lucky duck. So when you look at Nine of Gems, that's the classic Nine of Pentacles. This is true material abundance for you, Cappy. How you doing with that? Do you know wherever your Capricorn chart takes you, just be there and enjoy. This abundance is for you, cute hearts. All right. Because remember, Cappy, that your success is my success and my success is your success. We ascend together, Cappy. Don't worry, there's enough for everybody. I'm excited for you. Be excited for your abundance. Sagittarius, here we go. Whoops. Oh, goody. So you pulled the moon reversed, shadow work. Also, Saggy, y'all are running. Y'all are running. You're moonwalking. You're trying to get away from your shadow work. And right now in the cave, you get extra points for looking at your shadow work and your shadow self. You know, your shadow work is your power, Sagittarius. The uniqueness of your voice comes out when you look in the shadow. Go towards it now. Look how pretty this card is, cuties. That's what we want to see, honeys. I'd like you to take a moment and ponder this right now as if you are scrying. Scry this image. And pop out your morning pages, your AMM morning pages. Saggy, please join me with my AMM artist magic method and do the work. I know it feels better when you run around and you're really active, but don't worry. You can be active in your pen. You can be active in your body, between your ears. You're studying. The moon is asking you to develop your intuition. Scorpio. Okay, honeys. This is the reverse justice card. Y'all are out of balance, Scorp. It's okay. Be out of balance. This is an upside down realm anyways. Remember, we dripped into this cave via the roots. And that's down there where that lotus seed lodges into the sensuous, thick, healthy walls of this cave. Our cave isn't made of stone. Our cave is alive. This is a womb space, Scorpio. We need your blood, sweat, and tears. We need your aqueous enactments. We need your spitting anger. We need your side eye. We need that droplets of suffering to keep this thick and juicy walls of the cave fertile, to accept that lotus seed to grow. The most exquisite flower, the only way that that flower can grow is in the bullshit and that blood, sweat, and tears. So, sweethearts, like, I love adornments too. I love everything that I do in the world that makes me feel like I'm being fierce. And also, I need the other side, or else I'm just going to flip out of control. All right. So you're a little bit flipping out of control right now. And in order for there to be that fairness, your shadow self, your balance has to come. You got to be with your suffering like no other tonight. Okay. Love you. Libra babies. Also reversed. This is the 3 of gems. It says collaboration. I need a little sip. Did Libra get this card last week? I have the most crazy, wild feeling that I want to pull a different card for Libra. I'm feeling a lot of resistance, not just because I'm Libra sun. Like, I wanted to make sure I had the deck correct because I'm pulling from the bottom and I'm working my way from the bottom to the top. So, darlings, collaborations are topsy-turvy. I think you need to develop more trust. I think you need to develop more trust in the way you're collaborating. I think that maybe it's coming more from an innocent place is the only way for you to collaborate. That maybe you're trying to come in there and mom this too hard and have it make tons of sense. I think your collaborations need to be a little bit more wild and messy. All right, Libra? Sit with that. See how that feels in the cave tonight. Don't we love this thick cave walls to push back into? You know, this is a divine and enchanted cave. When we lean back against it, it takes the perfect shape to support our bones, to support our suffering, to support our body, till we giggle and laugh. Okay? Now, Virgo, honeys, here you go. You have pulled the reversed 10 of raindrops. 10 of raindrops is the 10 of cups. That's fulfillment. Everybody drink. I have to say something, though. I am seeing in this image that with it reversed, it's a cute smile. It's a really big smile. I think fulfillment only comes when you're smiling, honey. The only thing left to do in your works right now of magic are to put that smile on your face about it. You're a bit serious right now. Maybe it's time to add some levity to this and find your smile for you to have the fulfillment, because this card is like the good card in the tarot deck, right? It's the 10 of cups. It's for celebrating queer community in circles and the magic of our fullness in our body, our breasts, our gorgeous full belly. It's that fulfillment, right? Like after a gorgeous, warm, full tummy meal. And yours is only needs that adornment of your happiness. So I'm in no way being harmful and saying you have to smile to make it right, Virgo. You have to be self-satisfied. Whatever way that you can have that inner smile, that inner self-satisfaction to feel fulfilled, do that, because you need to give yourself a pat on the back for your magical works. Okay, Leo cuties, here we go. Yay, you got the 10. So there's 10s in a row now. 2 10s in a row. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is key 10, though. This is Major Arcana 10. This is the Wheel of Fortune. I love this. You know, you're just past a really, really wicked kind of change. We know. Don't worry, there's another one coming. And the pleasure too. and then the change will hurt, and the change will feel good, and it needs to kind of get on a track that feels like it's accepted by you. This change, 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 change. Leo, always being good is not the goal. Always being like, I'm good. No, that's not the goal. It's accepting the change that's propelling you where you need to be. It's propulsion. So you are good, and then change is coming. So find the rhythm on the tracks to enjoy the change. All right, Cancer cuties. This is the 3. Oh gosh, I have to look at my glasses. There's a little bit of this font that's hard for me to read sometimes. No, it's the 9 of raindrops. You're going to love this. It's upright, and keywords are emotional stability. Everybody drink. So Cancer babies, 9 of raindrops, 9 of cups, emotional stability. Only in the softness of this dark and fabulous cave, which you are all about in your Cancer crab shell, are you feeling the ability to feel safe. So keep yourself emotionally stable, as protected as you want to be. If you need to be in your shell for a while, do it. You know, you don't need permission from anybody. So you will give yourself the gift of emotional stability by sinking into this armchair, which could be your Cancer shell, which could be the action and activity and newness that comes every new moon. Maybe you start looking at the rhythms that you're in. Do you want to know something lovely? And I'm sorry, I just have to do this. Edgar, this is just so good. I must. It's so tasty. I think it's the band practice and the dolphin yodel that I'm enjoying the most. Thank you. When I was on the Cosmic Fire podcast, when we were divining behind the scenes, and I was kind of being that Libra that was really afraid I was going to do it wrong and not allowing it to be messy, they taught me so much just in how we communicated about when we would find dates to work together. One of the duo works best with a lunar cycle. They know exactly when they're most able to collaborate and be productive. And I ask you now, Cancer, to celebrate that you do better in the dark, that you find the most emotional stability in your singular armchair. And just like Kairos of Cosmic Fire, they know exactly when they're most productive on the moon cycle. So I loved working with them. I learned so much. Just that right there gave me so much more emotional freedom. I love them so much. I just cannot wait for you all to hear the podcast. And of course, I'll have a big fat link in the description of this video. And honestly, so much of what we're doing here goes out to one of my most favorite Cancers in the whole wide world, and that's Jillian, Luna, Nate. If there's anybody in this space, because I notice more and more folks in this space from Instagram, you must know the reason why I had that incredible pure hit of inspiration, like it was adrenaline straight to the heart. I was kind of using YouTube as a locker to store things. Jillian's the one that said, you make videos. Why don't you just actually, they didn't even say it like that. They said, I love your videos. If you ever want to talk to me about YouTube, just call me. Literally, it was just like 2 magical folks just chit-chatting about what works for them. So I am here for you in this space because of the fabulous Cancer, Jillian, Luna, Nate. So I have so much gratitude in sharing with you. Find your emotional stability, Cancers, and pay a little kiss to the ethers right now for Jillian, the fabulous Cancer, giving me that boost and empowerment to feather my nest here on YouTube. This is so much fun today. All right, cuties. So guess what, Gemini? You the sun. You the sun. You the sun. Gemini dance, everybody. There would never be somebody in this space that was like, oh, Gemini. I haven't met somebody that shames Geminis like actively in a long, long time. I know people that are still doing that tired old flogging of the dead horse of, oh, Geminis, oh, swoon. Oh my God, Gemini, you're the sun. Gemini, you're the sun. Look at this clarity. Like, I could care less if you get any rest this season. Your visions and your clarity. Let's look at the word clarity for a moment. I'm going to pour myself some brew. Let's play with the keyword clarity in this special birthday channeled message for you, Gemini. Does clarity just look like equipment that gives you a little more focus? Does clarity look like the brightness of lemon juice in your recipes? Does clarity look like new cute eyewear? Has everybody seen how cute that meme is that's going around that shows the guy in the mask with on the bus with the fabulous crone that's wearing a beautiful adorned white mask around her eyes? And I think the meme says something like, I don't think they understand which kind of mask was needed or whatever. Like, maybe your clarity right now, Gemini, is about eye adornment, about pulling focus to the magic of what you see. It's a real visual psychic message right now. Rather, if you're finding yourself scared that you can't do it all, quit staring straight up at the sun and just don't worry about it. You'll catch up on sleep if you decide to just go off and manifest your sweet sun off all Gemini season. Enjoy. Wow, so much there. All right, Taurus cuties, you have the Oracle of Lightning. Your keyword is determination, Taurus. That's fun. Oh gosh, I hope you stop calling yourself lazy. I hope you stop being mean to yourself on this new moon. I'm really, really fun. Hang out in the cave with me and let's just get you on a little bit of a determined path, like being with your morning pages. Let's do that, okay, honey? Determination needs to be something that you aren't forcing yourself to do, though. Let's rewild the word determination to have absolutely no echo whatsoever of any of the systems of oppression that just so happen to have a bit of an ear right now. Not for me, though. Just know that you can rewild this work, honeys. All right. Finally, Aries, my love. You have the reversed high priestess. Wow. Intuition. I love this so much. Look how cool that looks reversed. Oh, so sweeties, this is what's coming through for you, Aries. Aries, honeys, like whatever was your good fortune is now alchemized into the sweetest thread for you to weave into your offerings now. So really sort of like tell your story of that downturn, of that reversal. It's the core or key element needed. Oh, that's so good. Okay, Aries, intuition. Develop your intuition by telling the dark story of what happened in your reversal. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? I'm going to look at the time. Okay, close to 2 o'clock. I think we're okay. Something came up. Oh, we love you too, Edgar. Thank you. Oh, good. Okay, you're going to love your Gemini reading, sweethearts. How's everyone doing, honeys? What do you need? Hi, Kimmy. It's good to see you. I see that you popped on. That's fabulous. Good. All right, darling loves. Let's just jump right on in, shall we? If the chat catches up and jumps up, I will go to it if I'm called to. It's time for us now to do some work with the broken parts of ourselves. We're moving into our scars. Look what I have. I've got the bones, the breakage, like the Mary Oliver poem from last week. I got the buried treasure of our trauma and our suffering and our pain available for our spell today. And I've got this absolutely exquisite candle from Mostly Angels LA. This is the work of the fabulous Julian Sombrano. This is the Unblock Your Blessings candle from Mostly Angels LA. Can I show you how they dress these candles? They show up with a little vial, some of them do, of essential oils to dress your candle with. Can you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? And during the very tip of that dark moon time the other night, my sweetheart and I were casting a dark moon spell. It was just a little bit early because we had it burning in our bathroom that's attached to our bedroom. And we had it burning for just minutes. It was just burning for just a few minutes. Look, you can see some melty bits on the candle right there. And damn it, if they didn't just smash that candle and the black sort of octopus ink of this candle splashed up the wall in our bathroom. We've yet to clean it up. Maybe it'll be a new moon enactment. We have fully dressed and blessed our bathroom now. So now we're really actively knowing we need to divine and enchant all of our excrement and exit products that are leaving our body now with anything that's holding us back from the manifesting of our dreams. So we'll be utilizing these breakages, these broken shells, these broken dollars, the fear and the suffering. This black shell was buried in the mud. They've been rained on all winter long. Look, they've got muck and mire in them. I just love that we'll be doing this today. We'll be naming and claiming these, and I've got an earthen cave in my back garden that I'll be burying these in. And maybe we'll dig these back up later in the year. Maybe it'll be part of what we do for our Hallows blessing. I'm not sure yet. But all I know is they want to be buried for safety through the hot season here in California. And they would like to carry our suffering and our burdens. This is the little pieces of this sand dollar, which actually used to be traded for real money. This one you can even see inside the sand dollar, the imprint in the sand dollar. Beautiful. So this sand dollar is so gorgeous and reminds us that it once was whole. And it reminds us that it's broken. And so are you, and so am I. I'm so excited that that potion dripped down my neck so I can tell the story of this neck with her cancer scars and her age and this phase, this stage, this dripping, aqueous, wet nectar dripping on my flesh and my flesh itself. I might be the only person in their 50s that's a witch that you know. I might be the only person that you feel comfortable turning to. And I just so happen to be in an older body that's expanding and changing. I've been talking about this on this channel. I am rewilding all the parts of my body that have lived longer than most people that I commune with. And I am speaking through those spaces. So if you would like to speak to our chat in this group, or if you're consuming this later in the comments, and speak the trauma to attach and be associated with this breakage, I will bury that in the earthen cave in my garden, which is not casual whatsoever, because in this pandemic, the way that my life has changed and my partner's income is just slashed and deeply threatened and impacted, I am excited to lay the burdens down here in this home that I lived in and raised both of my kids in and worshiped And I am laying our collective burdens down, whether they're named or not, whether you're able to have the agency, freedom, and privilege to be seen in your suffering or not. We will lay these bones, these burdens down together. They will echo through this space, the complexity of this space which is stolen land, which has blood spilled all over it, of the magical indigenous, capital I, indigenous Tongva people who exist now. The complexity of this time, we're attaching it to all of these places, our fear, our trauma, and we're laying these burdens down. They don't belong in our body now. We have to keep well and healthy in order to add those enactments back with a limbic system that's nourished, that's cooled, and that's no longer exhausted and suffering. So we can do better works in the world, better works for our ancestors, better works, in my case, than my ancestors that caused so much harm. So I will be naming some horrors. If this is a space that troubles you, if you do not want to be in this space, we cast a very similar spell last year when we kicked off this year. It was a new year, new you spell, and we froze our fears. We actually took this, it was called Choose Your Chill. We took our fears out of our body and we divined them onto some of these shells, and I froze them. I kept them in my freezer all winter, and we thawed them out here on Instagram and on YouTube. They're in some of my witch vlog videos. I'll attach those to the description of this video so you can see this is a powerful spell. So if you can be seen in your trauma in this chat, please name it, and I'll be happy that you did, because it's important that it's out of you. I'm also happy for those of you that want to take this opening shell, the big one, this clamshell, who are not able to be seen naming your trauma, naming the harm and what you're enduring right now in the pandemic, this dirty beast of a shell. And we will hold those traumas in here now. And like Latham Thomas said in their gorgeous, beautiful ritual from the full moon last month, please drink. This is for all of you that cannot speak to the pain and suffering that you're in now. And I'll keep that active on this tray now. You can see this here. My loves, this is consent culture time. This is consent time in this space. If talking about things that are traumatizing and bothering you on any level, maybe you want to bounce out of this right now. I have many things that I'll speak to. And right now it is my cancer survivor status. I've been cancer-free since my late 20s. And at 29, I found out I no longer had thyroid cancer that hung around through three surgeries and 2 radiation treatments. I got it. It came back. It was just a nightmare. It was stage 3 up in my lymph nodes, and it's all managed now. It's not a super dangerous cancer, which is so funny, but it affects every bit of your life because your endocrine system is your energy. It's your ability to sort of metabolize and move. And I have my good days and bad days because I have no thyroid. It's 100% replacement with a thyroid pill each day. And so I am utilizing this inside out shell that's broken and gives me the ability to be here as a disabled person who also has degenerative joint disease. And I'll hold that here as well, because I've just been able to language that I'm a disabled person in the last months. I'm 54 years old. So don't wait, folks. Name it and get it out yourself. Okay? Get it out yourself any way you can. That in no way means you need to do it out loud, but you can name the ways that you're harmed and have suffered. It's your PowerPoint. Go to the places where you're harmed. And like we said for Aquarius, swaddle that anxiety and listen to it. deeply listen to your anxiety, deeply listening to your trauma. It can be named now. And I'll place that in the shell in that aqueous space. My loves, I'm just going to take a peek right now and see if anybody's naming a trauma that they would like to be buried in my backyard. I'm going to take this black shell now, and this is where I am placing the enactments of racism that I've experienced throughout my 54 years, that I've even created unsafely with any enactments, even if they were in ignorance of racism. And I'm taking this dark shell that holds those secrets, and I'll be burying that in my yard. Anybody that is in a white passing or white body that knows that they've benefited from that will attach all those benefits and the harm that they cause other cultures. And we'll be placing that in this earth now. I am actively trying to keep my house right now. I'm all up to date on my payments, but I'm also really respecting that you got to make your house payments to stay in your house. So this is all part of this. It's a very intentional action right now to stay in this house by weaving the magic of our worldwide coven into this land, because I know we're consciously co-creating my gargantuan spell to live and co-create and weave a world and knit a world in place where all are sheltered and fed and have agency inside their experience. So I think that's worth fighting for and worth battling to keep. All right, cuties, I see that chat moving right now, so I'll take a little sip right now. All right, cuties. I wish that I knew. Oh, good. I think I can make this brighter. Oh, good. I just made my screen brighter for myself. I can see better. Yay. Oh, good. All right, cuties. So, Chloe Ann, it looks like you're being held for review, and I would like to let everyone know that their rape survivor status, which we'd already asked for consent, will be shown in the chat in a moment. I will be showing your comment now, Chloe Ann, and thank you for being seen in this. Chloe Ann, I'm holding you with Hecate in the underworld as I speak your words. And I'm holding this very shattered shell as I read in your words. I'm a rape survivor, got raped by my so-called boyfriend at 13, and it's something that I've only begun to accept at the age of 17. I'm breathing through this space to not make this about me. I think that the magic of tears in this cushioned cave are so important. I love you so much, Chloe Ann. Thank you for letting me love you in this way. Honey, me too. So we're together now. In a magical all-nighter, honey. The world's most sensitive eyes. These things are going to swell shut. Can you handle it? And they'll be blackened with mascara. Oh, I love you so much. Do you know something? I read my very first book that I enjoyed, really enjoyed when I was 17 years old. It was Candide by Voltaire. I read like 16th century French literature and I got it. It was funny. My life started but through Candide, who is the archetype of the fool very, very much. I'm holding you at 17 years old, sweetheart. Are you telling me you're 17, honey? That's so precious to me. We love you so much. Jackie says, can you bury my ear trauma? Doing it now, honey. I mean, if this doesn't seem like the right shell, you let me know, but it's speaking to me. Look, it's got a flapping valve in it. So, Jackie, we're holding your ear trauma. First of all, you have a golden ear for music and sound. Jackie is one of the diviners, the magical beings in the Chulita Vinyl Club, Santa Ana. And I will link their SoundCloud. They make the most amazing mixes. This is for your golden ear to exist. I'm holding your trauma, sweetie. I couldn't believe it when you lost some hearing. And I'm still shocked by it. Oh, there's a little, do you see that little, oh, there it is. Do you see that little shred hanging off of that? Do you see it kind of blowing? There's these ragtag areas that I'd like to see cleaned up, and I'm going to bury them in the sweet earth in this backyard here. I'm burying your trauma for you, Jackie. Okay, MJ says, please bury the shame I hold around my disability and the feeling of never being enough. Oh, you're so welcome, sweetheart. MJ, this is for your disability, sweetie. It's a very whole shell, and it has something in it. I don't know what it is. It's very gossamer. You have very, how do I want to say it? It's like a way that your trauma whispers to you. It's like a real persistent meanie in there, isn't it? Well, the magic is just as soft and delicate. And I'd like to see you sort of rename that tune, MJ, that your trauma can whisper you happy things to. And I'm burying that as well. Let's see what else we got here. It looks like, oh my goodness, these eye swellings. Oh, Chloe Ann, I just love you so much, sweetie. So it looks like after MJ, we have Heather saying abuse, physical, mental, spiritual, sexual, emotional. This one's for you, babe. Look, it looks like one thing, and look at the layers. Look at the layers inside of that. It's multifaceted. Thank you for naming that. And I'm so honored to hold that with you. So Sojo Mackenzie would love you to bury the emotional abandonment and neglect that I suffered in your childhood. Oh, sweetie, bless you. Look at this adorable shell. Isn't that pretty? It's like, it reminds me of a perfect day at the beach where a little baby would pick up this beautiful shell and say, look, mommy, look what I found. And they let you keep it and they bring it home and put it in key light. I'm so sorry that little you wasn't treasured. And I treasure you now. And we treasure you now. Look at our cute little stack. It's so cute. It's pretty. Okay. Thank you, Jackie. I love your butterflies. I love those beautiful monarch butterflies. So Sunflower Crown says, please bury the shame of being a survivor of a narcissist mother who doesn't know how to love. Sending you so much love and magic for that, Sunflower Crown, sweetie. It's hard. It's hard. I'm obsessed with my mommy, and they're entirely problematic. I love you, sweetie. I love seeing you every day. It's fun, isn't it? Okay. Thank you for the stars, Jackie. And Claire Olivia says, could you please bury my trauma of emotional verbal abuse from past relationship? Of course. It has continued to haunt me, and I would be honored by your help. Of course. Honey, I'm carrying this with you, and look at how your trauma radiates into everything. Doesn't it so look like the sun? The way it has radiating fingers that move through your life. And so maybe when I post my AMM video later for the Artist Magic Method, you can join us and do morning pages, and you can start looking at all the different ways that this trauma is languaged in your life and alive in your life. This is cute. I'm having fun. I don't know. I always like the part where like you're at the club and it's like you're seeing your favorite band, and that's all fun and amazing. But like when you go in the bathroom and maybe someone's vomiting and somebody else is holding their hair and they're total strangers and they're in love now, or people are like sharing their innermost and there's a fart sound in the background and everybody's just sharing with each other in the funky smells of the bathroom, and that exit of being around this sort of hidden dark space. I just love it here. So thank you. You know, I've had lots and lots and lots and lots of therapy, and I do know that there's trauma bonding, and I also know that this is not that. This is important on the new moon to have regulation with how we burn and lay our burdens down. So that is us now. Okay, cuties. So, Chloe Ann, you're 17. You're so cute. Okay, Jackie says, I see it. Good. Jordan says, also trying to keep our home. Please bury the trauma of instability. I love you, cutie. I wish that I could say that that's been like not in place ever, but it's always been in place. I choose by choice, fully conscious, eyes wide open, to spend as much time with my kids as possible. And I've just recently started casting spells. I started them last summer to remove all suffering with all the spell work that I did. I enchanted the spells to remove suffering. So I'm really open to, if I lose my house, that I don't need it anymore. And so I'm really going crazy, having fun with magic right now. Happy crazy. I'm so happy to be utilizing it for our worldwide coven. I'm holding so much happy space for you to keep your house, Jordan. I love you and Carson so much. And I don't think we're going to lose our house here. I just want you to know, like, I don't have that sensation. I'm open to whatever. Okay, cuties. And I have Celeblin. There's a held for review comment. So this is a content warning for everyone. And I'll read it first to myself. This is about rape experience, you all. So content warning. And I'm going to show the comment now, Celeblin. Celeblin says, I've spoken about this before in this space. Yes, you have, my love. A few months ago, but I was raped by first boyfriend as well. So let's bury that shit. Oh, I am burying that shit right now. I live with two teenagers. They're young teenagers and having their own experiences that I will not name and claim, but they're fresh, new experiences around discovery. And I worry so much, and this coven has helped me so much with my anxiety and worries. So thank you, Celeblin. Thank you. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry for all the suffering we're going through. Oh, thank you so much, Sunflower Crown and Heather. I want to read this out loud. Heather says, thank you, Mama Witch, for all victims of abuse in any of its ugly faces. This work you do is so appreciated. Well, I appreciate you. And Claire Olivia says, yes, I'll be sure to be there. Good. And Claire Noonan says, please bury the trauma of breaking from a pattern of generational pain, the trauma of being the first to reclaim the freedom to be truth and light and themselves in too long. Maybe I read that last three words. I know it says too long. I get it. I understand. You're breaking the chain and you're being seen, and in your sovereignty, it's tough. I'm here for you so much, Claire Noonan. Thank you so much for speaking of that break. You're breaking the chain. I just want to point out that my nails are looking really good right now in their naturalness. Aren't they cute? Does everybody remember my long daggers before? I'm rewilding my body. I had these removed for my prosthetic hip implant, and then the pandemic hit like that, and it's a good thing, you know? It's a good thing. All right, cutie. So Jenna's here and saying, could you please bury my trauma and fear as a stalker victim? Oh my goodness. By a man who worked at my apartments and had keys to my home. Oh my God. So you said worked at your apartments and had keys to your home. As a mom, that makes me feel just a little teeny bit better, Jenna. This is for you, that you can have safety in your spaces. It must feel so flimsy and traumatized and wrong now to not have that circle. You're safe in this circle now, honey. And I'm enchanting your home in protection, love, and magic, okay? Pray for grandmothers to protect you, honey. I really, 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 really am pissed off that happened to you. I'm so sorry. All of this just makes me so mad. So Aventurine Forest says, would you please bury the trauma of being forced to carry and sometimes fix the problems, responsibilities of the adults in my life at a very young age? Thank you so much. Absolutely. This is for you, sweetie. Oh, I like it. Look, there's so much junk in this one. People really put their stuff on you. There's a lot of junk, a lot of psychic gunk. So you could have a lot of fun with a weekly burn and burial practice. That's what I do on Sundays, is burn and bury all the spell elements from the week. I have a lot of psychic gunk too. That's why I love Tatiana's psychic weather report so much over at Tatiana Sakurai and the Cosmic Fire. So that'd be great for you as well. I've got a couple more breakages to go, and it looks like we're doing a great job, and all of these things are kind of slowing down. I am adding to these. I love this shell so much. I literally remember when I got it, because look how different it is. This has kind of like a old snail trail texture to it, and a fabulous violet look to it, and a deep well. Look how deep this little baby is. Let's see who else needs to be seen in all this. You're welcome, Jenna. I am holding this up for those of you that are literally still enduring the trauma. This is not a thing of the past. You're literally in your constant burden now, and consuming this and being seen as a person who can't speak it, and you're living through it every minute now. I'm holding this for you, and that will be buried in my garden. Oh, cuties, let us take a moment now and strike a match. I like to dress and bless candles that are lit, because I'm controversial like that. It's just my preference. Look at this dark and gorgeous candle. Thank you so much, Mostly Angels, and thank you for this Prezi High Priestess. High Priestess actually purchased this for themselves when we went up. Oh, Jackie, this is from the night where we met Chani Nicholas. Can you believe we met Chani Nicholas? It's so crazy that happened to us. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. So I brought Lacey, High Priestess, with me, and we were celebrating Marcella Kroll's beautiful book that I love so, so much. And Faye, if you're here, sweetie, can you bring me Marcella's book? We'll do a little bibliomancy from Marcella's book. So Lacey purchased this, and then we were busy. They created Witch Walk, and I'm excited to tell you that I am creating a video performance and spell for Witch Walk next time. They're virtual Witch Walk now, and that's on the 20th. And Lacey just had their own super busy life going, and I wasn't able to get this to them. And then they said, I think it's yours. It's been so long that you've had that, because Chani came to LA and Marcella's book came out like way in the autumn last year, probably right when COVID was born. This aroma is rose. It's so beautiful. Where's the book? I think it's probably on my stack of books on beneath my full-length mirror. Excuse me one moment. Spirit's coming in. I will name this. This candle did not agree with Lacey. I was only going to give you a half truth on that. This candle did not agree with Lacey. But oh my God, it has been by my front door, blessing and enchanting everything that comes in and everything that goes out the door in my home. And I have loved this candle long before I lit it the other night. It's gorgeous, and it's decorating the walls of my bathroom now since my sweetheart spilled it. That essence of rose is so beautiful. And this is a spell for creating a new you in the space where the trauma once was, because we just removed it. And now there's a divot, there's a hole. Let's add this black blood magic to that space with rose essence. Oh, it's so beautiful. Thank you. I just love Mostly Angels LA so much. I adore Julian Sombrano that creates these candles, and I adore Leah Garza so much. Very soon, I will create an offering with We Are Power Crystals here on my channel. And somehow, some way, I will create an offering through Mostly Angels LA. I just love them so, 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 so much. And they're helping us because I will keep this candle burning continuously. And it'll make it almost to the full moon. I think this is a 6-day candle. I'm not positive because remember, I didn't purchase this. Somebody that purchased it, it wasn't meant for them, and they knew it, and they told me, because they said, oh, I still need to get you your candle, and they told me about things that they were going through, and they said, that candle's not meant for me, it's meant for you. What wisdom for Lacey. So thank you so much. It's for us. It's for all of us. Mostly Angels has some really cool things going on over there. Please follow them on Instagram, honeys. Wow, we got a lot done. Look at this big pile. There's one more shell left. Has anybody else named or claimed something that they would like to be seen? Oh, I love Marcella's book too. Oh, I got overwhelmed. Channy had such a crush on you, Jackie. I didn't even know you were going to be there. I was like, what? And then, oh my God, do you follow Francesca at Dear Franny? They have a podcast that's all about dating called Dear Franny. Francesca was the moderator over there, and I'll link them in the description of this video. I was wearing this dress too. I was kind of embarrassed because I was walking with my cane. It was I think it was November. It was right before I got my prosthetic hip implant. They said, you have to come to the front. And we were in the front row. It was so embarrassing, but it was so awesome too. Thank you, Faye. This is Marcella's gorgeous book. It is called Priestess. It is a bibliomancy book from their Book of Shadows. And we will utilize that as an element for our spell, for new you. This is the first thing that wants to come in and be the salve for the wounds of ripping your trauma from you, or just sloughing the trauma from you, or just letting that shit go. Here we go, cuties. Let's see what we get. You're going to love it. Call your power back. I surrender all feelings of doubt, fear, and mistrust to source and ask for support and divine alchemy to transmute these energies into healing light for all. Call your power back. A big favor, somebody, one of you cute hearts, please take a screen grab and send this to me. I can't wait to put it up and tag Marcella in it. This is a healing moment. Call your power back. Where we let that shit go and commune with strangers, with one another. It's where the real magic is, isn't it? This is the bathroom, our worldwide coven. I love that. I think I'm going to start posting pictures in my Instagram stories of fabulous bathrooms. Okay, and we'll all know what I mean. Oh, Ever, I love you so much. Sweethearts, here we are. On behalf of Hecate and myself, I remind you that I will be posting my AMM video later today, and then I'll do my description. The kids are going to help me do my timestamps. I am so excited about everything that's happening right now as we kick off week 1 for our Artist Magic method, utilizing the Artist Way from Julia Cameron. Hecate and I are loving the deep works that are going as we let this shit go. I am so excited for all of you to participate and join us at the Witches Cabaret next Friday on the 29th with the Commons Web. You know I worship them. I created my very first meme I've ever made in my life in honor of them. I couldn't believe it when they sent me the ask a few weeks ago to create a video for them. I'm freaking out. I love how it turned out. I just want you to experience it and support their works. They're amazing. So thank you, Mireya, and thank you, Merkel. I love you all, Commons Witches. Please, honey loves, remember that you can access this work in a million ways, and the Cosmic Fire podcast deserves to have a lot of energy surrounding it today. So you might want to put that on in the background while you're rustling up your moon feast and hanging out with yourself and calling back your power. Remember that magic is your birthright and everything's a spell. This is me and Hecate's spell. Love you. We'll walk you out now, okay? Oh, so much fun today. I'll write you a little goodbye message as I walk you out. Go if you must and stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Goddess loves her moon babies. Oh, so fun. Dina, I love how you showed up today. So hardcore. Oh, Chloe Ann, you made me cry in the best way. I got to really keep the walls of our cave juicy today, didn't I? Oh, let those tears flow and let that shit go. This cave is a cushion. It's your womb space where we plant our divine seeds that we shoot into this space, that we carry into this space, that we cry into this space. We have more space now because we let that shit go. We call our power back. We call our power back. It will help us create a mark on the walls of this cushioned, non-stone cave that's meant to be marked. It's meant to be seen, and it's ever-changing, ever melting and melding into new you on this new moon. Oh, I just love magic so much. Oh, so many tingles. Oh, Jessica. It's sad how our ancestors can ignore the obvious. Oh, there's something there, honey. I think that I will pull a card for that. Sweetie, this is the reversed Four of Gems. Oh, sweetheart. This word is security. I think you deserve it. The security is topsy-turvy right now. I'm sending you all my love and magic, honeys.